Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Nostalgia Drive Season 2, where we go over the original Trails in the Sky OST and the EVO OST, and compare the two. On today's menu, we have Welcome to Locle. Or is it Locle? I don't know, and I don't care. Cyrus Bright, mispronouncing names and phrases since 2023. Let's start things off with the original version, as a quick refresher. Let's go! Yeah, elevator music! I love this track. This might low-key be one of my favorite, just like, area themes. Simply due to just the happy-go-lucky, energetic nature of it. Because in my opinion, yeah, I know this plays for Lamont State, where we are for the Bracer HQ as a whole. I love this part too. Do 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 do. And I love that scraping. I don't know what instrument that is, but it's on the left side. You can hear it in the back. Oh, it's such a fun song. But I associate this track with Annalise the most. I think this is unofficially Annalise's theme. It just matches her personality so perfectly, and honestly, out of all the characters that we could have had join us on this, like, they could have just gone the predictable route and given Estelle Shara as her training partner, but they gave us Annalise, somebody who, unless you went out of your way in FC at various points, you didn't really spend very much time with her, outside of the Coliseum interactions. I want to dance. This track makes me want to dance. It's so just lighthearted and fun, just like Annalise. And I think Annalise is the perfect character to start things off with SC, because in a sense she's very similar to Estelle. She's very excitable, very bubbly, she likes cute things. And at this point in Estelle's journey, she needs somebody to act as a source of light, to lift her out of her dark place. Because before this, she was all depressed with Joshua leaving and, gaslighting herself into thinking he would be back at home, and oh no, he's not, so those events really did happen. And so Annalise is the perfect character that Estelle needs at that moment. It's over already. Dang it. And this song just perfectly encapsulates Annalise's nature and how it lifts up Estelle. Having Annalise and Estelle bounce off of each other, not only in a very friendly way, but also as rivals, not only is getting Estelle out of that dark cloud that's hovering over her, but it's also sharpening her senses in terms of both emotionally and in the emotional and physical sense. Not only is she getting stronger physically by training with Annalise, also she's perfect because Annalise is the granddaughter of Yunka Fai, which, at this point we don't know how important that is, but she knows all kinds of techniques and stuff from her 8 Leaves training, which just helps Estelle round out her combat abilities even more. And spending this short time with Annalise, I think, really just endeared her not just to Estelle, but to us as the players. Seeing them slowly grow closer together and just naturally bonding over that short time was just such a fun thing to experience. Alright, enough blathering. Let's go to the EVO version, shall we? With this one, the original composer was Unisuga, our boy, and the arrangement was by a group called A Music. Ryuji Fujita and Muneki Hoshikawa, and Ryuji Fujita was on the guitar. So that means that the guitar, if I'm still understanding this properly, is the only real instrument. Everything else will be VST. Now, I did pull up the Composer Breakdown Project, and we can see all the different composers who, you know, through their analysis, this isn't confirmed, made these specific songs, because Falcom doesn't like to credit their composers, which it's a very normal thing to do for Japanese companies. So it's not like it's exclusive to Falcom or anything. But Jindo arranged most of this track, surprisingly. A-Music only did a few. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, A-Music is some kind of group both Fujita and Hoshikawa are part of. It seems to be a unit of sorts specifically for collaborators. Okay. And as you can see, yeah, this is where we start getting Singa. Now, it's not like future titles where he did like 80% of the OST. He only did a decent handful. And like I have mentioned before, I'm not as harsh on Singa. I think his battle tracks are his weakest. As you can see, our first Singa track will be a battle track. So that'll be great. Oh gosh, he did Looking Up at the Sky. Okay. He also did Fate of the Fair. Oh dude, that's like one of my favorite ones. At least he didn't do the Enforcer theme. He also did Fateful Comfort. Oh yeah. He did Silver Will. I've heard that's the best song on this composition. But yeah, I'm not as harsh against Singa as most people. I think his battle tracks are where his weakest is. Just anything, give Singa a guitar, and that's where he kind of fumbles a bit. But I believe in terms of the more atmospheric tracks, whether it be the overworld themes, or the conversation pieces, the pieces revolving around a city or a specific place, I think he does those themes very well. He also does EDM pretty well, so anything EDM is pretty good. But we're not here to talk about Singa, so let's start things off with our first actual trip into the EVO OST. In 3, 2, 1, A-Music, Don't Let Me Down. Oh, that was interesting. Did it open with a bass line? Ooh, I like the more... This almost sounds a bit more like tropical in terms of the sound. Ooh. This sounds more like a vacation resort theme now. Ooh. Oh, and you have the acoustic guitar on the side? I'm actually kind of digging this one. We'll have to see how it goes once it gets to this part. Whoa, that is a lot to parse through. Okay, I hear the main melody, and then you got all kinds of just stuff on the left. Is that an accordion? Yeah, when it slows down, when it's this section, with just there's a specific name for that type of guitar. It's like very surfer bro. I forget what the name is. But I like this section. But that middle, what was that bridge section? I still don't know music terms. But that part in the middle where everything just swelled up, that was that was too much. But yeah, this is fine right here. I think we're fading. We're fading out. Yeah, all right. That was the loop. Okay, interesting. Kind of. They made. See, that's the funny thing is, they intensified the resort vibes of the of how the music sounds, and it completely lost that elevator music feeling. It still works. I quite like it. I like 80% of it. That section in the middle, though. This section, is a bit much for the type of track that it is. It's meant to be more of a background piece, but this is way too in your face. It's too busy. That's right, busy. There's just way too much happening, and it's kind of distracting in a way. So yeah, I think that this is an easy choice for me. The OG version definitely wins hands down, but we're not off to a bad start. This wasn't a bad arrangement at all. I just think it would, change the busy section in the middle to match the rest of the track, or maybe even just get rid of whatever that is on the left. It sounds almost like, maybe it's not an accordion, maybe it could be an accordion, or it could be it didn't sound like a steam organ, but it's a little too, it's too loud. It detracts from the overall melody, I think. Just get rid of that section, maybe replace it with, maybe just have dual guitars, bouncing off of each other, one on the left, one on the right, just playing the melody back and forth. If you want to jazz it up a bit, spice things up a little. But otherwise, I quite like this track. I would absolutely listen to it again. And so, guys, with that, our first official episode is done. Yeah! Oh, I still have not figured out how I'm going to edit these. I definitely don't want to take a million years like I did with FC. That's why it took almost a year to finish FC, because I kind of went a little crazy with the editing in that one. I believe I will take a step back for this. I still have not fully figured out how I'm going to, because that creative aspect of me sometimes takes hold, and it's like, no, I envision something and then I have to do it how I envision it, or else it sucks. Or else I feel like it isn't good enough to be put out there. But I have to remind myself, these videos are about the music at the end of the day and not the visuals themselves. So we'll see what happens. But if you guys enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like on it before you head out. Comment down below your thoughts, whether you agree, disagree, you have some other insight that you would like to offer. Subscribe if you haven't already, and you want to keep up to date with this series specifically, and all the other content on the channel that I have planned for the future. One last thing, a very special thank you to all current channel members and supporters over on Patreon. Anybody else wants to support the channel, you get early access up to a week in advance on this series in particular, and all other videos on the channel, including some other little tidbits here and there. So if you're curious, feel free to check out any of the links below. This has been your host, Cyrus, signing off for now. Peace out, guys. Thanks for stopping by. And as always, stay spicy.
All right, what's next?